Now I know some of you are thinking, I bet he found treasure. Yeah, okay. What happened on this piece of ground in history? There used to be a public right of way that went through here, and it went to allow people to draw water from where there used to be a public pond. So yeah, through the centuries a fair number of people will have walked through this part of the garden. Well, I say garden, it wasn't a garden then, of course. But you've got to remember what sort of people they were. They were not rich people. So if they dropped a coin, I think it's fair to say they would have found it. If they dropped a coin, it would have been a very small value one. So, you know, we're not going to find anything really exotic. I do think it's sensible, if you're going to dig a hole in a garden where you've never dug a hole before, I do think it's sensible to run a scanner over it. A CAT scan, perhaps. You never know, there could be an electric cable or a buried motorbike, or, you know, so I think it's sensible just to pass a detector of some sort over it. But the things that I did find, only 2 of them would have possibly shown up with a detector. I showed you one, you know, a bent piece of wire, baling wire of some sort, and an old nail, or at least part of an old nail. And we found some other, you know, that's the bottom of a broken bottle, and that's a piece of broken bottle glass. There's a couple of pieces of broken window glass, an interesting piece of very, very old pot, and another piece, and, you know, bits, but with no sort of historical context, no idea how these pieces came to be here. I know what that is. That is a piece of broken china doll. I know that because I've already found pieces of that. There's a thing. Yeah, and a piece of oyster shell, because people used to eat oysters. No historical context for them. I always wonder how on earth did one piece of broken glass get buried in the garden. But there we are. I've achieved what I set out to achieve. I've dug, what's that, sort of 18 inches by 12 inches. If I do 18 inches by 12 inches every afternoon between now and about 2095, we might get somewhere.